So the pump will start beeping after 2 minutes of a selection not being made. You'll see it saying press run to feed. To make it stop beeping while you're still getting ready, just hit pause. It'll stop beeping. It won't start pumping. It gives you another 2 minutes to get set up. So the clamp is in the off position right now, and I'm going to demonstrate how to administer a medication into Simon using the extension. I need you to maybe back up a little bit. So we just need to line up. Actually, I'm going to open this. All right, so there we go. There is a line on Simon's Mickey button right there. That's the top, that lines up with it. There's also a line on the extension. So all you have to do is line up the line on the extension with the line on the Mickey button. This is called a Mickey button, M-I-C-K-E-Y, like Mickey Mouse, yes, but it stands for something else. I turn it around so it's facing 180 degrees away from where it started. This just prevents it from coming out. It's really easy to pop out on its own when it stays in this position, because this is the only position it works to be taken in and out of. Every other position is a locked position, and that's all there is to that. So to administer the medication, again, to begin, the clamp is in the off position. This is where the medication gets administered. You can tap it to make it focus. There. Okay, it's beeping again. It might be less than 2 minutes. I'm just going to hit pause again so I don't have to listen to that. We're going to open this port. This is called a port, and this is a Y port extension. It just means, you know, there's one port here for the food to go in and another med port. So this is a medication port. I'm going to slide the syringe into there. I hold it with these 2 fingers, because if I don't, sometimes they'll just slide right out and it makes a mess. So I just always do that, and also Simon likes to play with it. Now I open up the clamp, do the same thing again where I scoot it down and just give it a little squish to make sure it's open, and then I just squeeze the medication into the tube. Now it's really important to clamp it off again. If you don't, as soon as you pull out the syringe, medication will come out. It's kind of sticky. Other than that, if that happens, it's not that big of a deal. Just get a new syringe of medication, put in slightly less, and then do it again. But it's really no big deal if you do spill it. It's just sticky. So at this point, we've administered 1 medication. If I wanted to do his second round, I would just do the same thing where I make sure that this clamp is shut. This clamp is shut. Then, when I know this one is shut, open this one, put the syringe in, I open this clamp, administer the medication, close this clamp, remove the syringe, I give it a little twist, close the port, make sure it's shut really nicely, so it'll make a big mess, and then open the port again. At this point, after the medication has been administered and we know it's either primed full of water and we know for sure there's no air in the tubing, we're ready to just hit run pause, and that will start the feeding. And you know that it's working when you can kind of feel it moving through the tube, and you can also see it moving along the tubing. That's the other reason I like to clean it out with water between each feeding. It isn't 100% necessary, because as long as it's in the refrigerator, it's no big deal. But I just like to do that because then I know for sure every time I hook him up, I can see it's flowing through the tubing. I know it's working. I don't have to sit there and really stare up close. And that's about all.